So the big question is this: how are ordinary agents just like us supposed to stand out in the overly crowded real estate space while living a great lifestyle without having to go broke or radically change what we're already doing? Probate is the answer, and this series will show you how. I'm Anthony Nitz, and welcome to the Probate Agent.
Hey guys, welcome back. On this episode, I'm going to continue the conversation about having the right USP or unique selling proposition to make yourself stand out, make yourself be different in the space. So like I said in the last episode, we talked about the importance of that. Today, I'm going to help you kind of create one that instantly skyrockets your value. Now, I think if you are a probate specialist, you already have a great unique selling proposition. But if not, that's okay. We're going to kind of talk about it because you should have one regardless whether you are doing probate or not. So how do you do it? Number one, simplest way is ask your audience, right? Ask your audience, ask your people, your best clients. Go to them and ask what made them decide to pick you over the competition, right? I just got off the phone with somebody who called me and said, hey, you know what? This lady that I've been working with, she never returns my calls. And the guy that referred me to you said that you always return your phone calls. Great. Is that the thing? Maybe it is. Okay. Ask what you did to get them the results where others failed. And that was a perfect example of that. The answers, though, must be tangible. Remember I talked about so what? The so what concept in the last episode. If you didn't listen to that, go back and listen to that. Because if it's not tangible, it doesn't count here, right? So here, if somebody says something like, we just had a connection. Okay. How do you take that and turn that into something that you can make sure you do with every single client? You can't. You really can't. Okay. Or you seem to care a lot. Okay. Of course you care a lot. This is your business. This is your livelihood. It's your income. Okay. So that really doesn't count. It can't be that. It has to be something very tangible. Go further by analyzing your best clients. Chances are they have really similar qualities or similar problems that they came to you with, right? And so I'll tell you, at one point in time, I was like the first-time buyer's agent for the area. I was like, I did all the first-time buyers. Seemed like I did, anyways. And it was interesting because magically all the first-time buyers came to me on an ongoing basis. Just came and came and came. And that was great. I loved working with the first-time buyers. I enjoyed them. I enjoyed going through that experience with them. But I wanted to get away from that because first-time buyers goes away when markets shift. Okay, it goes away. And if you don't think it does, then think again, because it does. It goes away when a market shifts. Okay, so if you can figure out that problem and you have a unique way of selling it, you have your USP. So like for me, when I'm out talking to attorneys, when I'm out talking to moving coordinators, when I'm out talking to family members or personal representatives, and I tell them, I say, look, here's the thing. Here's what makes me stand out is I have a technique that I use that allows me to list the property, sell it incredibly fast, usually within just 5 days, and get full price or better every single time. And that's what they want. That's their problem in probate, because when they're holding the property, when the personal representative is holding the property, they've got to continue making mortgage payments on behalf of the decedent, right? They have to pay the utility bills. They have to pay property taxes if they're due. They have to, a lot of expenses. They're responsible for the security and maintenance of the property. If somebody breaks into the house and steals all the gold bullion out of the bedroom closet, well, guess what? They're responsible for that. They don't want that. Okay. Likewise with attorneys. They want the property sold fast because guess what? They don't get paid until the estate is settled. And usually the one thing that is the biggest hindrance to the estate settling is the house. Okay. So you have to have figure out what the problem is, have a unique way of solving it to have your USP. You can ask yourself, hey, am I doing something different than my competitors to get better results for my clients? Maybe you are. And if you are, you need to capitalize on that and really turn the heat up on that and focus on it, okay? Do I know something that they don't? Well, if you're working in the probate space, it's so funny to me because the probate niche, just like everything else, is more about marketing than it is about knowledge, okay? More probate sellers are selling their homes with full authority, no bonds, no limitations, no restrictions, anything like that. You don't even need court confirmation when you sell the house. Okay? Most probate sales are full authority. So why do I need to know what the probate timeline is? Why do I need to know what probate documents need to be filed? Okay? There's a couple of things, like in California, there's certain documents that we use when we list a probate, but that's it. Okay? But because I know this and I know the probate process, and so many other agents think it's so hard that they don't bother to sign on with all this, right? They go, I got to learn all this about the whole legal system and go down to the courthouse and do all this stuff. It's so intimidating and time consuming. No, it's not. Okay. But do I know something that they don't? Yeah, I do, because I realize that it's not that hard, and it doesn't take all of that, and so I can demonstrate that to them. Okay, what experiences in my own life do I regularly draw upon to help my clients? So this is one of the areas that you have to become, especially when you have a USP. You have to become an expert in storytelling. So I can tell stories about my own experiences. My mother-in-law, who, we were so afraid that she was going to pass away and not have the property in a trust, and we were going to have to go through probate because I knew what it meant. She finally got it, just a couple of years before she passed away, and thank God she did, because it saves so much hassle. I have relatives that their father passed away, and the family literally tore the house apart looking for whatever scrap of whatever that they could steal away from everybody else. I've seen families explode and implode violently over the sale of a house. I can tell these stories, and so when you can share stories, these experiences from your own life, can that help the client? And I'll tell you one right now. I have 2 clients right now that I went to them. Mom was in bad physical condition, brain injury. The other one, dad, totally separate property, mild onset of dementia. And families trying to sell their houses, I asked both of them, do you guys have a trust? They said no. So, oh my God, what are you doing? Get a trust. Okay? Spend the money, get a trust. It will save you so much. Doesn't make a difference to me. I'll sell the house either way, but it's going to save you a lot. Well, guess what? I provided value to them because I drew from my own experiences of seeing all these people go through these horrible situations, having to go through probate. Okay? Use your knowledge and experience from other areas to differentiate. So did you come out of a different industry? Did you work somewhere else? Did you do some other sales capacity, whatever? Right? I'm always pulling stuff from different industries all the time. I don't just focus on, what are real estate agents doing? No. I'm pulling it from everywhere, so that I can learn and come up with my own unique way to help my clients stand out. You may have heard of Jay Abraham. He's a marketing legend. He worked in 465 different industries. He always says that the reason that most companies never see explosive growth is because they operate exactly the same as their competitors. And as real estate agents, that's what we do so often. Everybody's doing exactly the same thing, even though they think they're not. They're doing exactly the same thing. And you can't be doing that. Jay gets paid $100,000 a day for his consulting because he can walk into a business and immediately spot the Me Too syndrome. Okay. Then he draws on his experience from a completely different industry if he needs to, and he creates a strategy to help them implement it. The result, his clients become unique, like I'm trying to help you become unique and highly sought after. They make more money. They're flooded with their ideal clients. And his $100 or $100,000 a day fee, it's made back almost instantly, because now that company has had explosive growth, right? Here's just some of the benefits of a captivating USP. More money. Absolutely. Absolutely. I get asked all the time, Anthony, can you come? Can you train? Can you coach? Can you do this? Can you do that? Yes, of course I can, right? If I was just like every other agent out there, and I didn't specialize in probate like I do, nobody would ask me to do that. So do I make more money doing that? Yes. Do I have people haggle over commissions? Very, very, very rarely. I'm not going to say it never happens, but very rarely. Does it ever happen? So do I make more money there? Yes. Do I get business, higher quality clients? Yes. So I make more money. Absolutely. Okay. When you're a specialist, an expert, an authority, you can naturally charge and get more for your services. And it's why heart surgeons make 10 times more than general practitioners. Okay. I know you guys have heard this before, but sometimes you need to rehear it again, you know. You have more control. When you're a specialist, you do have more control. When you have a USP, you control who you work with. Okay? Because if you said, and part of one of the reasons why I got out of the first-time buyer thing was because, man, lots of credit issues. Oh, work for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks, sometimes months, you know, and in the occasional case, a year, helping them get their credit straightened out before making a sale. Okay? And quite honestly, between you and me, at least my experience was, being that they're a first-time buyer, boy, they were picky. But that's a whole different story. Okay? But you control who you work with, and price is you know, it's always a factor. But when you're known for one specific thing, you attract people who need it. Okay? More happiness. Absolutely, definitely. If you're not working with your ideal clients, you're not operating at your best. Even if your clients are good people, if they're not your ideal client, they are a drain. I know you know what I'm talking about. I know you know what I'm talking about. When you're fulfilling your purpose, when you're serving the people that you can best serve, you're in complete alignment. Okay? You're much happier. And I can say that is absolutely true. And when you're happier, you get better results for your clients. Would you agree? I hope so. Okay? Your status elevates and you can charge more. Okay? And I'm not talking about just elevates amongst your clients, but it elevates amongst your peers. Okay? Other real estate agents. I can tell you how many times I've had agents come to me and say, Anthony, I got a probate deal. I don't know what to do. Can you help me? And I say, well, sure. Is it full authority or limited authority? Well, it's full authority. Oh, okay, so no bond required, no court confirmation required. No. Okay, great. You know, split the listing with me. I'll help you. Okay? But your status elevates. People see you as an authority. Attorneys, when they meet with me, they go, you know what? Hey, Anthony knows what he's talking about. He's at a different level. Because I will tell you, attorneys, they can be a little brutal sometimes. Okay? You can charge more. You can definitely charge more. It's a self-perpetuating cycle, guys, and it starts with your unique selling proposition. So, go make big things happen, okay? If you want to get more, or if you want to get out of the real estate Me Too syndrome, attend my next upcoming masterclass by visiting theprobateagent.com/MC. That's theprobateagent.com/MC, like masterclass. And I look forward to seeing you guys there and helping you get out of that Me Too syndrome. Take care.
Hey, thanks for listening. Please remember to subscribe right here where you're listening to us right now, and any of your other social media platforms. And leave feedback for me. It's really important to me and it helps us out. Do you have a question that you want answered live on the show? Go to theprobateagent.com to submit your question, or even to get an opportunity to be interviewed. For my agent friends, you'll also find additional content and some freebies there that you can download right now. Until next time, let's put the pro back into probate.